Yannick and DeMario, blending together in a duet. Let's give them a big hand as they come.
Quando sogno solo sogno l'orizzonte, manca le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in stanza quando manca il sole. Se non ci sei tu con me su la finestra, mostra tutti il mio cuore che hai acceso, chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Adesso sì vivrò con te, partirò su navi per Parigi, che io lo so, non esistono più. It's time to say goodbye.
Quando se lontana sogna l'onore comanda le parole. Io sono se tu sei con me. Io sero se tu sei con me. Tu mia luna luce sei con me. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che ormai non esisto con te. Quali stasi vivrò con te. Partirò
We're wrapping up, you know, but a doctor vacationing on the Riviera met an old lawyer friend of his, equally vacationing. So the doctor asked the lawyer what he was doing there. The lawyer replied, "You remember that lousy piece of property, real estate I bought? It caught fire, and I'm here enjoying some of the proceeds of the fire insurance." "Well, what are you doing here?" he asked the doctor. The doctor said to him, "You will remember that piece of real estate I bought in Mississippi. Well, the river overflowed. The place was badly flooded, and I'm here on the proceeds of flood insurance." So suddenly the doctor saw that the lawyer was most bewildered, confused, upset, and slightly irritable. So he touched the doctor and said, tell me something. How do you start a flood? He was not invited to be here this evening. With the threatening rains, we couldn't. We're going to have the cutting of the cake. And KPW and AAKE and the reply from the Earle and Wilson people, I believe, right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, the cutting of the cake. It's a beautiful cake over there. It's a pity that it couldn't be preserved, but to be enjoyed, it has to be cut. So we are going to have the cutting of the cake and then the reply. Oh, the cake is here. We are going to cut on 3. Is that ready? Are we ready? Cameras are ready? Okay. 1, 3. Let's give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. If it was a wedding, I would have said their first public duty together, but it's not that. But as partners, their first public duty here this evening together. And they cut like people who are accustomed to cutting cake. I'm going to invite them now for the reply. Let's give them a big hand as they complete.
Mr. Chairman, specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It was Cicero who said, gratitude is not the greatest of virtues, but the parents of all the others. With this in mind, we, the partners of Earle and Wilson, would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to you, our esteemed guests, for taking the time out of your busy weekend schedule to join us in our celebration of the blessing and launch of our office, Earle and Wilson. We do appreciate how difficult a task it is for you to venture out on a Saturday to yet another business function. And the fact that you're here demonstrates how blessed we are to call you friends of Earle and Wilson. For that, we say thank you for your support and commitment. Our words may not be capable of communicating our sense of gratitude to the following persons who were instrumental in making this event possible.
To the Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Rupert Gallimore, for his warm welcome and introduction, his kind words of encouragement, we say thank you. We bow our heads in gratitude to the Reverend Dr. Burchell Taylor for his invocation of blessings on our office, the practice and the gathering. And again, we say thank you so much. To the President of the Bar Association, I could say Prezi. My newfound name. I could say Prezi. A marriage of the private and public bar. All right. Mr. Ian Lucas, for bringing greetings on behalf of the private bar, we say thank you. To the Director of Public Prosecutions, Ms. Paula Llewellyn, who brought greetings on behalf of the public bar. Thanks very much, Paula. Permit us to mention our gratitude to Ambassador Carlton Masters, who actually flew in to the jurisdiction this morning for the sole purpose of bringing greetings on behalf of our clients, and for that, we say thank you. To Francois Saint-Just for his kind words and for deputizing at such short notice, we say thank you.
To Mr. Dennis Rushton for providing us with the soothing music, we say thank you.
To Mrs. Yannick Leiber Ebanks And I have to pause and really thank you, Yannick. I know that the cold was bothering you, and for you to rise to the occasion in these circumstances, I really want to say thank you on behalf of Karen and myself. And to the crooner, the ladies crooner, Mr. DeMario McDowell, for joining in the rendition in song. Thank you guys very much.
To Mistress Lorraine Fong and staff for providing the food, bars to go, and Ray and Nephew for providing the beverages. We say thank you. To Mistress Rosie Brown and staff for providing the decoration and tents and for making our surroundings so beautiful. Again, we say thanks.
Now, it's not often that you find that the landlord and tenant relationship is wholesome. But I have to say that this particular landlord, OGM Integrated Communications Limited, led by the very capable and able Mr. Earle McCook, is a different sort of relationship. We have enjoyed the relationship very well, and we want to thank OGM, our landlord, for allowing us usage of the terrace, the roof, and the building, and for making us feel so much a part of the family of OGM.
To Miss Selena Wong for providing us with a beautiful decorated and scrumptious cake. We say thank you so much. To Crystal Clear Audio for providing us with audio equipment, and Mr. Alvin Bernardo for providing electrical services. Again, we say thanks.
And to the National Land Agency for making parking, additional parking, available to us at number 8 Arden Road. I know some people thought that it was a far distance, but it really wasn't that far, and I thank them very much for making it available. I want to say thank you also to Atlas Armored Limited for providing security this evening, and we want to tell them thanks very much for keeping your cars and our cars safe. To the British High Commission, we want to thank them for the cone lights that they made available to the security guards.
To the United Theological College of the West Indies, which was so gracious in lending us the lectern, we say thank you. To Mr. Walter Lewis for providing us with the invitations, we again say thanks.
To the Norman Manley Law School students, there are 5 students, I don't know if they are here. Guys, are you here? They are downstairs, still working hard. And I want to thank them for taking time out of their exam preparations to serve as ushers this evening. Thanks very much.
To Miss Charmaine Henry, Mr. Garfield Grandison, Miss Maya Wilkinson, Miss Olivia Anderson, and Miss Kelsey Chambers for helping us with our website. We say thank you. To Mr. Richard Patterson, who provided us with IT assistance when we opened offices. Again, thank you, Richard. Let's just see that. To Miss Josina Jackson for your invaluable help from day one. We say thank you, Josina.
To the members of the press for providing coverage for this evening's function. Thanks very much.
To Mr. Dennis Duncan for providing photography and videography services this evening. Thank you, Dennis.
To Mr. Hugh Crossgrey for providing services as a justice of the peace. Thank you very much. You know, we depend on the services of a JP so much. So thank you very much, Hugh.
To Mr. Richard Price for assisting us with the delivery of the invitations. And Ms. Sharon Terrellon for providing us with cleaning service. We say thanks again.
To Colleen Bancroft, Dr. Ann Bridgewater Mrs. Jennifer Rose, Miss Nadine Malloy, thank you very much for this sterling service which you provide.